Yes, welcome back, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is Martindogger and I make videos that will hopefully help you improve your gameplay in World of Tanks Blitz. But before we start off today's festivities, let me read you a little story. I'm on a webpage now which is called wotblitz.eu, and I've gone to home and then feed and then updates, and this is titled Changes to Matchmaker and to New Player Experience 9 months ago. We've got a large number of improvements in the pipeline for World of Tanks Blitz. We've heard your feedback and we are hard at work to fix the things you as players have told us you care the most about. And in 5.0 we kicked off this new project by killing off the spare parts feature, hallelujah! And in 5.1 we have a few key elements we wanted to bring to your attention. So, you're listening still? Are you with me? Right. First of all, we've made a few modifications to the matchmaker rules to make fairer matches. We are aware that the matchmaker is an area we have needed to improve, and we believe that these changes are a good start, and we will continue to closely monitor the situation and are considering steps for later updates as well. Second, in a continuing effort to help new players enjoy the game more, this is just brilliant, and to be better prepared for higher tier battles, we are spending some effort, note some effort, in upcoming World of Tanks Blitz updates on tutorial improvements. I haven't seen anything yet, but hey ho. For example, rebalancing tier 1 to 4 vehicles, increasing the number of training battles and exposing key features over a longer period in these training battles. And there's a lot of talk about these changes because they will be implemented as steps as a first step in the direction. In update 5.1 we have added a system for phase access to game features depending on the vehicle tier. Right, it's really good. It sounds good, doesn't it? But then if you have the big thing about update 5.1, what it states there is we are continuing with our goal to make players' lives easier. We've made some big changes, matchmaker, mastery badges, accumulative, that's really making it easier. Spare parts removed, but we've also focused. It's actually hilarious. It's almost funny to read this, especially in hindsight. We've also focused on improving the lives of new tankers with the goal of making them enjoy the game more and become better players. And how have we done that? Well, we've done a lot of things about game mechanics, about bonus containers and missions and etc. And let's then fast forward right away up to update 5.10. Changes to tier 1 to 4 vehicles, or sorry, 1 to 5 vehicles. You've all seen my videos on Sniper Hero Accurate, where you play lower tier tanks, tiers 1, 2, 3, and the DPM of tanks has been decreased a lot compared to pre-update 5.5. Everybody knows how I feel about that. I think Wargaming could have and should have done a lot more than just what they've done. But that's a bit of a different subject. I could make a load of videos, a whole month of videos about 5.5 and how to change the game with tutorials and matchmaking, etc. But this is just great. All the shells for the improved guns, we replaced or removed guns and engines that were ineffective for the specified vehicles and added the missing types of shells or increased their number. These changes will improve and simplify module research at lower tiers. And then you start looking at some of the guns, and you're looking at the Crusader, for example. That one has been nerfed because it was actually pretty good vehicle at tier 5, but the aiming time has been increased, dispersion has been decreased, the reload time. There's things that have been changed in terms of buffs and nerfs. AP has been increased in terms of penetration for the Crusader, etc, etc. Changes to the BDR with the stock gun removed. The Leopard has been changed, the stock gun has been replaced. So you don't get a stupid stock gun, you already get a 3cm gun, yada yada yada. A lot of stuff going in, and then we jump onto a tier 4 Russian tactical tank, the A20, which was, as everybody knows, a sealclubber's wet dream. It was when players that wanted to pad their statistics, they would just drive around, unload a magazine of APCR from that, what's it, LT-46 gun or something like that. They would unload it into the back of a KV-1, and then they would wake up one day later feeling all proud because they had set a KV-1 on fire, a gun erect. They would love to do that, and especially if they were in a platoon. And that gun has been removed from the A20. And that was completely justified, because the A20 itself as a tank, it's good, it's fairly mobile, it really teaches you how to play the T-34, so that's a really good stepping stone. And I can understand why they've also changed the guns for the A20 itself, adding HE shells for the 45mm VT42 stock gun, and they now add exactly the same gun, except that is a VT42 Mods 1940 gun. Add HE shells, which is then a tier 5 gun. Right, that's all good because you are in tier 4. Average penetration 23 mils, average damage 50, because it's a 45mm gun. But what they've also done is replace the top gun, the L11 76mm gun, with L11 Mod 1941 gun. So it's basically the same gun. And they've decreased the penetration values of an AP shell from 85 to 76mm and of a heat shell from 115 to 95. And then they add HE shells with an average penetration of 95, so that's the same as your premium ammo, but average damage of 200. Like, what? Why was that necessary? Why was it necessary to add a gun that penetrates 95 on average and can do 200 on average per shot in freaking tier 4? It's completely ridiculous. I mean, if you penetrate the tier 3 tanks, you just have to splash them twice and penetrate them once, and then they'll be gone. And if you have a tank like this one, the Chihan, look at that! Just Provici, Barbacazza Jacob, he's not a very happy Chihan at the moment. He's not a Chiha like that. It's ridiculous. Why were they doing this? I thought some of these changes were to make it easier for new players to stay in the game. And just, I mean, there have been videos on this already, I know that, but just as a bit of a comparison, let's take a look at the leichte Kampfpanzer M41 90mm, which is a premium tank. That one has HE shells as well, high explosive plastic. Those have base penetration of 102, and the RU-251 exactly the same, base penetration of 102 on HE. That's a tier 8 light tank. Of course they don't have the bad penetration on AP shells, but you can do the same amount of damage with the same amount of penetration with a tier 4 light tank, and you're not even facing up against a bigger tank. And then there were probably a lot of players and people saying, maybe even Wargaming, oh, it's a balanced tank, it's not OP because it has a low reload, and yes, you will shoot modules and tracks, and then you won't penetrate. But it's just the possibility to drive around like this and do shot. There is it, that's a 26 shell only. But it's just the possibility to do stuff like the shells on that she had at the beginning. And this guy shot and missed, and there you go 270 right into the side. Falcon _ 2004 pops adrenaline, and he's being hunted by another A20, but here he goes quicker, and the toasty tank has been toast. OMG, GG, yeah, was a GG. But that was made completely possible by some really strange balancing by Wargaming. It just does not make any sense whatsoever. If it makes sense to you, please tell me, what am I missing here? Leave your thoughts in the comments. What am I missing here? Is it because it's a Russian tank that had to be improved? Is it because they mistyped something? Could it be that they mistyped something, that the average penetration should have been 59 instead of 95? I mean, a 45mm gun does 23 pen on average. An average damage of 50. And then you get another gun which does triple the pen, nearly 4 times the penetration. Well, it does above 4 times the penetration. 4 times 23, that's 92. That's more than 4 times pen. And it does exactly 4 times the HP. It just doesn't make any sense. HE shells added for the Panzer IV, average pen 38. With the same caliber, average damage 200. It doesn't make any sense. The let me check can we see another tank? Does one get HE? You get a Crusader. That gets a 6-pounder gun, average pen 50 mils because it's a really squinky, weak gun of 57 mils of caliber. Average damage 100. Did they make a typo or is this intentional? Anyways, if you want to keep driving your seal clubbing tank, I would suggest you do it now because I can't. There's no way this is gonna stay like this. There is just no way. And I know other YouTubers have made videos about this as well. But yeah, like I said, people will probably say, well, it's not OP because if you shoot the tracks, then you will bounce a shot. And then you will not penetrate. And of course you won't penetrate fully if you bounce on the tracks. But it's disgusting to be able to do 200 rolls on the side of a well-armored French heavy tank in Tier 4. Especially if you are looking at the fact that they're trying to make the game more enjoyable for new players and they want to keep new players in the game longer. Then these changes, it must be a typo. I would suggest you start driving the tank now because I feel it will be nerfed. There's just no way it will stay like this. But in the meantime, I've been talking a lot and reading you a little story and giving my thoughts, and it's 2 games of 4 despair. I mean, you don't get a lot of map variety at tiers 1, 2, 3 and 4, so it's 2 top tier games, and yes, the A20, it will struggle if you have opponents in tier 5 who know what they are doing. But then again, up until say tier 5 or 6, not a lot of players know what they're doing from time to time. And this is still a light tank, so it has light tank camo. And if you drive around like Falcon is doing, and like, oh, hello. Where did that shot go? That completely missed. But, yeah, but Martin, well, that's what makes the tank not OP. It is not broken because it has a really derpy gun. Yeah, it has a really derpy gun, but it has, the penetration is just funny. It's really funny. And, but just look at the damage as well. 2k nearly. Will he win the game? Actually, what do you think? Will he win? Yeah, of course he will win. Panzer B2 frontally with HE. Oof. Definite oof. Definitely oof. Right, well-deserved mastery anyways, because if you do 2k damage at tier 4, that has to be an ace and 5 kills as well. Thank you very much, Falcon_2004, for sending in a replay. Gave me some good giggles. And I've been sent more A20 mastery games. We'll put up a few if you want me to. Leave a note in the comments below. And as always, cheers, happy tanking. My name is Martin Dogger, and I'll catch you all on the next video.